Play Drake.
Okay, here's Drake.
Hey, turn on bedroom lamp.
Okay, the bedroom lamp is on.
Hey y'all, I'm Brianna. Welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new, and today I'm going to be talking about why I am personally going to be getting rid of my Apple HomePod Mini speaker for my JBL 5 Flip. Okay, so I am going to be talking about two different speakers. So one is a smart speaker and the other is a portable Bluetooth speaker. Now, I know that I'm comparing apples to oranges, but I will talk about the differences between these two speakers, why I decided that I don't want a smart speaker and instead would rather have a portable speaker, and also just giving you guys advice on whether or not a smart speaker or a portable speaker will be for you. So I got the Apple HomePod Mini speaker in the fall of 2020. The day it was released, I ordered it, and not gonna lie, me buying this speaker was heavily influenced, if not completely influenced, by my YouTube channel. So I obviously wanted to make a video unboxing and testing out the speaker, but I don't know if I would have actually purchased this speaker had I not been doing it for a YouTube video. So I am just going to kind of compare and contrast this speaker versus the JBL Flip 5. If you don't know, this Apple HomePod Mini is a smart speaker and the JBL is a portable speaker. You can take it anywhere you want. And let me just run through the differences and similarities and the specs between these two speakers, and then at the end I'll talk about why I'm going to be getting rid of this one for this new speaker and what the differences are between a smart speaker versus a Bluetooth or portable speaker. So I made a list on my phone of different categories. I'm just going to go through each category and share what the Apple speaker has versus the JBL speaker. First thing is price. Price is a huge factor when it comes to buying electronics. The Apple speaker retails for $99 and the JBL speaker on the website, it goes for $119, but I actually got mine for only $89 at Walmart. So both are pretty much around that $100 price range. Next are colors. So the Apple speaker only comes in two colors. I got the white one. There also is a space gray color. The JBL speaker has tons of different colors, from white, gray, sand, pink, camo, teal, and there's even options to customize the colors, but the custom design ones do cost $149. So JBL speaker has, I think, 12 to 15 different colors versus the Apple one only has 2 different colors. Next is playtime. So if you guys did not know, this Apple smart speaker always has to be plugged in. So the playtime is infinite because it's always going to be plugged into a power source. Now for the JBL speaker, the playtime is up to 12 hours of playtime because it does have to be charged and is not always going to be plugged into a power source. Battery charge time. Well, since the Apple speaker is always going to be plugged in, this doesn't really apply because you're never going to have to worry about this dying on you. The JBL speaker takes about 2.5 hours to charge from a dead battery to a full battery. And you can also play this while it's plugged into a battery source, but those are just the numbers for if you are playing or charging it on its own. Next is the size. So the Apple HomePod Mini is a sphere. It's a little bit smaller and more lightweight. This one is obviously a lot bigger and is in the shape of a cylinder. The exact size measurements, if you guys are curious, the HomePod Mini weighs 0.76 pounds and the JBL speaker weighs 1.119. So this one obviously is a lot bigger compared to this one, and I'll show you guys up close what they look like. Next is connectivity. So the Apple HomePod Mini is connected through Wi-Fi. Now this is something that honestly has been a disappointment to me, because if you are having Wi-Fi problems, if your Wi-Fi goes out, you're not able to connect to your HomePod. The JBL speaker connects via Bluetooth, and so even if there's like a thunderstorm and your power is out, so that means your Wi-Fi is out, you're still able to connect via Bluetooth. So one downside of this is that you do have to be connected to Wi-Fi, and my Wi-Fi in my apartment is not always reliable, and so there have been so many times where I'm just like mid playing a song and it just cuts off, it won't connect, it takes forever. And so this only being able to connect via Wi-Fi is a major reason why I am no longer going to keep it. Also, going along with connectivity, you can AirPlay to the HomePod Mini. However, if you are asking Siri, hopefully it doesn't activate her, you can only ask her to play songs through Apple Music. If you want to use Spotify, which is my main music listening app, you have to use AirPlay. Next one, is it waterproof? No and yes. So the JBL speaker is waterproof up to 3 feet for 30 minutes. So if you want to take this to the pool, take it in the shower, which the first day I bought this, you best believe I had this in the shower and was having a full-on concert. So this one is waterproof. Of course, this one is a smart speaker. It's not going to be waterproof, but maybe in the future they could make one, but for now this one is not waterproof. Do not take this into the shower with you. So for pairing both of these speakers, you are able to pair 2 of them together. So like if I got 2 JBLs, I could pair those together, or if I had 2 different HomePod Minis, you can pair those together. So the pairing factor is the same. I do wish that you could pair more of these together. I believe there is a way to AirPlay through different devices, but you can actually only pair 2 different HomePod Minis together. Because the idea of having a smart speaker, you maybe would want to have one in the bedroom, the living room, the kitchen, and like all over your house or apartment. So I do wish that you could pair more than 2 together, but again, I'm sure there is a hack to do so, but I have not actually tried that. So those are the main differences and similarities between these 2 speakers. Now, like I mentioned at the beginning of the video, this is like comparing apples to oranges. So this one is a smart speaker and this one is not. Actually, JBL does make a smart speaker, and there are other brands like the Amazon Echo, the Google Nest, and so it is kind of silly to be comparing a smart speaker to a portable Bluetooth speaker, but I just want to tell you guys why I decided that this one is not for me. I am not really committed to the smart speaker lifestyle yet or at this moment, and this one by far has been much more enjoyable and useful for me personally. So I wrote down some pros and cons of having a smart speaker and of having a Bluetooth speaker. So first, let's talk about a portable Bluetooth speaker like this JBL Flip 5. Some of the pros are that you don't need Wi-Fi. So Wi-Fi is not always going to be available, but Bluetooth is always going to be there. So I really love that no matter what or where I am, I will always be able to connect this and listen to my music or to a podcast. Another advantage of this is that you can take it anywhere. So a big limitation of the HomePod Mini is that it always has to be plugged in. So you really have to kind of strategically put it in certain spots where it's going to be by a plug, and also the charger. So when you plug it in, you have this giant brick that sticks out so far into the wall. So if you're trying to plug this in like behind a dresser or behind something, it's really tough because you have this big old charging brick behind it. I do wish that Apple would make flatter charging bricks or just a better solution, because this is something that I think most people are going to have plugged in behind a dresser or behind a nightstand, and so it really is inconvenient to have this big charging brick and have to like pull back your dresser in order to plug it in. And another pro of this speaker is that it's more durable. So this is waterproof, you can drop it, you can take it places. This right here obviously is not made to be durable because it's not supposed to be taken to the beach or to the pool or all over. It's made to stay in one spot. So I do like that. I kind of feel less nervous to drop this or for like sand or dust to get in this one because it is a lot more durable. And really the only con that I could think of this speaker is that the battery can die. So obviously the HomePod Mini always has to be plugged in, so I never have to worry about this battery dying. But if I forget to charge this and take it to the pool, or if I'm just listening to music all day, the battery can die, so that is one disadvantage of having a portable Bluetooth speaker. Okay, so now let's talk smart speakers. So smart speakers are honestly very cool and there's so much you can do with them. However, there are a couple of reasons why I still want to maybe build a smart home but don't necessarily need a smart speaker. So the main advantage of this one is obviously that there are the opportunities to build a smart home. So I have a couple of smart plugs around my apartment and I can talk to my HomePod and tell Siri to turn on my living room lamp or my bedroom lamp. There's also other different types of accessories to build your smart home. However, anything that I can do with my HomePod, I can actually just do from my phone. And so I found myself using my phone 99% of the time. I would just go to the Home app and turn on that light or turn off that light. And I never really found myself talking to Siri or asking her for my HomePod to do things. So I think if you are somebody who doesn't really use Siri on your phone, you're probably not going to use it that much on your HomePod speaker. Now, maybe you are somebody who is constantly talking to your phone and asking Siri about the weather or the news, and so maybe this can be a great thing for you, but for me personally, I can do everything from my phone, and I didn't really see the point in having a speaker if I wasn't really going to use any of those smart features. And again, another pro is that this is always going to be charged and always going to be on. Now, some of the cons that I'm pretty sure I've gone through already, but let me just double check of a smart speaker, is that it has to be in one place and always be plugged in. There were so many times where I would want to move it to a different room. So I'm getting ready for work, I want to hear my music from the bathroom, having to unplug it, move it, plug it back in, and then wait for it to reconnect, which is super annoying. And also moving, so whenever I moved, having to reset my Wi-Fi, connect through the Home app, get this going again, it really was just too much trouble. And maybe Apple can work on a more seamless connection, but for me personally, anytime that I unplugged it and moved it, it was just too much work to get it all back together. And another big thing that was annoying was not being able to ask my HomePod to play a song from Spotify. So of course you can just use AirDrop, but again, just Apple things is that they want you to use Apple Music. With my Jambox, I can play from Apple Music, Spotify, anything I want, and there's not like an extra step to go through in order to do that. So overall, that was why I decided that I'm going to be getting rid of this. No, I'm not throwing it away. I'm giving it to a family member, and honestly, I have been really enjoying my JBL speaker. I personally, so I haven't talked about volume or sound, and I'm not going to get into that because these are just my opinions. I honestly think that this JBL speaker gets louder. Now, I don't think it sounds better, but it definitely gets a lot louder in my opinion than this speaker. I will say that the Apple HomePod Mini definitely sounds more crisp and sounds a bit cleaner, but as far as like if you're trying to have loud music or loud audio, I definitely think I would say this JBL beats the Apple HomePod Mini. Now, if you're wondering, should I get a smart speaker or a portable speaker, basically these are the conclusions that I've come to. If you are just an average person who just wants to listen to music, maybe a podcast, and you want to take this around, so you want to listen to it in the kitchen, in the bathroom, maybe you're going to the lake or to the beach, then I think a portable Bluetooth speaker is going to be for you. If you are somebody who is more into technology, more tech savvy, wanting to maybe build your own smart home with maybe smart plugs, smart light bulbs, and things that are all going to connect together, a smart speaker is going to be for you. And like I mentioned, Apple HomePod Mini is not the only smart speaker. There are tons of other smart speakers to choose from, but that is basically why I am going to get rid of this one and keep my JBL speaker. Let me know down in the comments below if you guys prefer a smart speaker or a Bluetooth speaker. Thank you guys so much for watching my video. Be sure to give me a thumbs up down below and subscribe to my channel, and I will catch you guys in the next video. Bye y'all.